All right, well, surprise. I was supposed to take delivery of this van in about a month, and it came 6 days after I placed my deposit on it. So, here it is. Ill-prepared me. No NEMA 1450s in my garage available for this because I thought I had more time. So over the course of this next week, I'm going to install it. What I've learned about it so far is I've had this now since Tuesday. It's currently Friday. The Ford Charger doesn't like certain outlets. It'll give an error code. The light will go from amber to red, and it just simply won't charge. I tried charging it at the shop that I was storing it at for a moment, and it wasn't until I found a certain quad gang outlet bank that it liked before I was able to charge. So charging in a standard 110 volt outlet or 120 volt outlet, it charges at about a rate, and it seems to depend, somewhere between like 1 mile per hour and like 1.75 miles per hour. I was able to gain 5 miles of range from 2:30 to 5:30 when I was at the office today. So not ideal if you're, needing full charge every day, which more or less I do need. So I used this for the first time on a route on Wednesday, and I must say, based on this vehicle's rating, this thing overperforms something fierce. This is rated for, this one should be rated for about 116 miles. And instead, what I found is that while the machine showed 104 miles of effective range, I was able to drive it 170 miles without charge and still had 22 miles remaining. Ford was hyper conservative with the range estimate on this, which is really nice, and it kind of makes sense too. Europe's got this same vehicle. They've had it for like 2 years, and the European EPA estimates are like 196, but those are pipe dreams. You can never hope to actually achieve that. So about 180 does make sense for these machines. When driving it, I noticed the regenerative braking, which is over here. You can double tap the brake to make it bite more, and it only bites so hard, so to speak, just because it doesn't want your load to shift on you. But it's decent deceleration. It's almost like from shifting gears from like fourth down to second. It's kind of like the maximum that you're going to get out of it. But it is highly effective. I drove across or up a mountain today and then down the mountain. I was actually able to recover a mile of range going downhill down the mountain today. And a lot of the driving, like especially in the rural areas, you can basically drive around like 5 miles without losing any miles of range at all. At the time you're driving in the regenerative braking section, like even if you're driving normally, if your foot is not fully depressing the accelerator, but it's, depressing it somewhat to give it some power, I typically ride the needle like 5 to 7% inside the regenerative braking power bank. So really good power recovery on this thing. And this thing does move. I drive it in Eco only because I had really bad range anxiety the first time I drove it. Didn't know what to expect. And I must say, this thing overperforms every expectation. A couple of the features this thing has. This has the cruise control, which my other Transit van didn't have this. This is just nice to have. It has the adaptive lane assist. So you can drive, you can just put your hands up here and drive on the highway. It'll bump you back and forth between your lane, more or less. It'll give you a warning to say put your hands on the wheel. You don't really have to. It'll just keep bumping you back. So it kind of has like a hands-free drive mode. Not really though. On the interior, it came fully paneled up. I haven't put my partition or shelving in here yet, so I just got like some loose boxes back here. But very nice cab. That squeaks right there when I drive, which is kind of annoying, but it's a work truck. I don't really care too much about that. The display here, really nice. This van has a lot of amenities to offer for a work truck. It's almost like having a luxury car that you get to drive around all day. It's very silent. The air conditioning system is really the loudest part of this thing. And the climate control in here is quite effective. It's nice. I know when driving in like L mode down here, it automatically gives you the double tap brake, regenerative braking. And I'm not really sure what else it does at this point, so I'm just kind of avoided using this. I've been driving it in regular drive, and you know, I'm getting about 170 miles per charge. I've driven the thing about 300 miles so far, so I've ran it on 2 routes. I ran it on Wednesday. I ran it today. I'm going to charge it over the weekend, and I'm going to run it again on Monday. So, plugged into a standard outlet, you can expect about 2 days, 2.5 days to get to a full battery charge. Again, not ideal, but I didn't expect to take delivery of this thing until sometime late this month, so I have to have a sub panel ran up here, install 2 NEMA 1450s up here. One for this and then one for the future electric car, whatever I decide to get. But yeah, so I paid $55,000 for this MSRP. More or less, see what it looks like. It's long wheelbase, 148 inches, mid-roof. It's got cameras everywhere. It's got cameras here under the mirrors. Oh, here. There's one here, right by the charging port. There's one on the roof that I'm far too short to show you that, but it's up there. And of course, you got the one on the back. Came with the step board here. It came with the flooring already done, which is really nice. I had to do this myself in my last vehicle, so that was a huge plus. I'm very pleased with it. I just have to say, like, in every aspect, this thing has exceeded my expectations. And now that I've driven this, I really don't enjoy driving my last vehicle anymore. I guess once you go electric, you don't really want to go back to the gasoline version of this vehicle. And it also doesn't cost me $40 a day in fuel either. Do note as well, if you have the long wheelbase version, you do get the full range of door motion. On the smaller wheelbase version, the 136, you do not get that. Let's see if it latches in there. There we go. So you can open the doors the entire way. It's really nice. That's, you know, when I'm loading in like a TV screen in here or something like that, that's rather nice, or like some large appliance parts, you know. It's a good feature. Otherwise, that's about it for now. Probably gonna make some more updates on this as I learn more about it. I've only driven it these 2 times so far. Probably do like a 1,000 mile update when I know a little bit more. But yeah, if you're able to get one of these and you're looking to get one of these and you're doing rural routes, you might find this is more suitable for you than you would have initially anticipated. There's a lot less range anxiety knowing that if you drive it in eco and you drive it well, you can get more than 50 miles beyond what the estimated range is for this thing. So that will be it for now, and again, I'll do an update around 1,000 miles when I have a little bit more information under my belt, and probably further updates as we go along.